Hello and welcome to episode 5 of KungFuScience. Sorry I've been away for the last couple of weeks. Going to Brazil on Monday, I'm very excited and had to have jabs last week, and the week before I was raising lots of money for Help the Aged and Age Concern. Anyway, we're back now, and just found my favourite optical illusion in the entire world. Only saw it thanks to the Bad Astronomer and Richard Wiseman last week, and here it is. Now, some of you are going to be saying, how's that an optical illusion? It's just a funky 60s looking swirly thing of green and blue. Well, the actual optical illusion is that the green and blue bits you're seeing in there are exactly the same colour. Now, if you don't believe me, you can actually Photoshop out all of the other colours, and this is what it looks like. Now, what's happening here is if you look at the original image, which is linked to as ever, you'll see that the green part that you're seeing, the green is then striped with orange, whereas the bit that looks blue but is actually green, there are pink strips in between. And what's happening is that's fooling your brain. It's thinking that the green is bluer than it actually is because it's next to the pink. And the reason I like this so much is it just highlights how you need to be aware of how your brain works, and that actually everything you see isn't quite as it is. The wavelength of the light that's coming from that is exactly the same in both bits, but we're interpreting it differently. And it's just an important thing to remember. So, you know, when you see Elvis's face in a piece of toast, it may actually be that you're just seeing a pattern, and it's not Elvis trying to communicate to you, or any other, obviously, face that appears. Now, next up, I want to highlight two fantastic organisations to you. Firstly, it's Sense About Science, and they have a Keep Libel Laws Out of Science campaign. This is prompted by Simon Singh, who, in The Guardian, said that a few treatments done by chiropractors are bogus, in that they claim things like colic and other ailments can be treated with chiropractic, when there's no actual scientific evidence that they do, and there's actually evidence that these treatments don't work. And unfortunately, he got done for libel, and is appealing. And the whole idea is that you need to keep libel laws out of science, because science is all about criticism. Now, what the British Chiropractic Association, who are suing Simon Singh, did is that they just straight up sued. What organisations that want respect would do is they'd say, okay, you said that these things don't work. Here's a load of scientific evidence to show that you're wrong. Here's, you know, proof that actually what you're saying is, you know, wrong. But what they're actually basically doing is going, "Wow, you're being mean!" And it's pathetic. So anyway, Sense About Science and keeping libel laws out of science, join in. Next up, the other organisation that I really like is called Protest, and they're all about basically promoting vivisection. Animal experimentation, it's an emotive subject, and everyone always hears about the high-profile cases of all these organisations, you know, holding up the research place in Oxford and things. But animal research is vital. It saves lives, and it's not that you're just doing research on animals for the sake of it. It's you know, it's worthwhile. We're finding out a lot of things by experimenting on animals, and yes, they're cute. Yes, they could get hurt in it, but you've got to look at the pros and cons of these things. And you know, you can't just go out and experiment on animals. There's regulations and things and hoops that you have to go through. And I think it's crucially important that the other side of the argument is heard. So yes, Protest, check them out. And you know, the same Sense About Science, they're a registered charity. There we go. And Protest, I don't believe Protest is a registered charity, but either way, you can donate to both on their websites, and so that's a little plug for them. That's it for this week's KungFuScience. As I said, I'm going to be in Brazil for the next couple of weeks, but we're going to have a couple of videos stored up to keep you going during that time. So yes, I wish you all very well. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care, and goodbye. follow us on Twitter.